Hello friends, welcome to Right Clicks with Saravana. Right clicks you hear in this video may help you in making right moves or right decisions in your career, in your life. What makes civil services exciting? This is the topic in which I spoke very recently to a group of civil service aspirants when I was called to talk to them. You know, it's a completely a privatized world, with private sector offering lucrative jobs, talent-based promotions, lot of perks, facilities, but still the civil services retains the charm. Civil services means the administrative jobs in public sector. In my opinion, there are 10 reasons which make civil services really exciting. Number 1, the merit-based entry. You know, the UPSC is transparent where your hard work is definitely rewarded, even in this era of nepotism and favoritism. So that is number 1. In my own personal experience is like I am the first graduate in my family, but then I could get into this, into the civil services thanks to UPSC. Number 2, the reputation and the prestige in the society which you get being in the civil services. Who doesn't like fame or reputation? Everyone really wants to have fame or reputation. Because, the Maslow's theory of needs, that talks about the physiological needs to begin with, roti, kapda, makan. So, and then, you gain materialistic wealth, you become rich, you become filthy rich, but then the person is not happy. He is still looking for something else, and that's basically the fame. That is primarily the reason why many big businessmen are willing to spend their wealth, to become an MP or to become a public representative. Neeta Ambani, she need not really work, she need not really earn anything because Mukesh Ambani is one of the wealthiest persons in the whole world. But the Neeta Ambani is involving herself in IPL, she is involving herself in, in running a school, in running a hospital. Why? She wants to have her own identity. She wants to be known as someone who is not just as Mrs. Mukesh Ambani, but known for something else. So that kind of fame everyone likes, everyone wants. So this particular job, civil services, help you in getting that reputation and prestige in the society. Number 3, contribution to the society. The job satisfaction you get, especially when you are in a position to really help the have-nots. That's something amazing. You will realize fully only when you are actually on the job. In my personal experience, when I was posted as district magistrate Purnia in Bihar, I realized in my Janta Darbars, people were coming, poor people. Many of them, they were not getting pension. So I started a campaign. The whole district administration was involved in that campaign. So when we started, there were around 42,000 pensioners in this district. But at the end of the campaign, just in 2-3 months only, at the end of the campaign, the number of pensioners from 42,000, it has gone up to 1,52,000. So, even today, these 1 lakh plus pensioners where I have added through a systematic effort, so they are still getting pension even today. If someone is not alive, their family members would be getting, they are still getting. It may be around 1,000 rupees per month. That may not be big amount for us, but that's a big amount for a poor person, for a widow, for a handicapped person, for a old age person, more than 60 years old. It is still really important. So in my opinion, this is a kind of contribution we can do to the society. That is something amazing. Number 4 is contribution to the nation building. Just 2 examples I would say how a civil servant is contributing to the nation building. One is, if you are involved in election process, you are actually, by conducting free and fair elections, you are contributing by strengthening the democracy. That's the real way of building a nation and strengthening a nation. And the second one is Corona. All the public sector employees, including the civil servants, they are the frontline warriors, where the private sector has really a minor role to play now, unfortunately. But the civil servants have a major role to play, and they are rightly called as the the frontline warriors, fighting a war against the Corona. Number 5, the top leadership positions you get in. One can get into top leadership positions you can think of in just 21 years. That's not possible in private sector also. That's not possible anywhere in the world, in my opinion. And by around age 25, you can be managing a district which is having a population of 5 million. There are many countries which are having population lesser than that. So that is, in my opinion, that's very, very important thing about the civil services. Number 6 is the challenging job nature. You ask private people when they shift their jobs from one place to another place, one of the important reasons they always say is the job has become really, sort of monotonous, or job is not really challenging enough to continue in that. So they look for, better opportunities. Maybe they may not be getting a better salary, but, even by foregoing a part of salary also, they always look for jobs which are challenging. And here the civil services, there can't be any other better job I can think of which offers a challenging job, challenging diversity. So now, for example, like, whether it is conducting elections or fighting Corona, or, you will get an opportunity to work in disaster management or law and order problems, we can name many of them. So that kind of challenging job nature is definitely there. Number 7 is diversity of work. The variety in the work which the civil services provides, you will be in a position to interact and work with various stakeholders, from farmers to corporates, media, politicians, NGOs, students, you name them, you are there. In my experience, I have spent, many days, I have spent many night stays. I have made night stays in remote villages, talking to people, understanding their basic problems. Okay. At the same time, this job has given me an opportunity, to address in UN forums, in G20 forums, and I have stayed in best of the hotels outside. So, this is the kind of diversity of work we get in the civil services. Number 8, it's not a simple job. It's a service. That's why it is rightly named as a service. So, for example, in my service, it is Indian Administrative Service. I always, used to tell my probationers that I stands for integrity, and A for anonymity, and S for service orientation. That's really, really important. Even after you retire as a civil servant, your service always gets attached with that. You are a retired person from Indian Administrative Service or Indian Postal Service or Indian Revenue Service, it always gets attached. It remains with you forever. And number 9, of course, like this job also provides job security, and also, the timely promotions and some basic perks and facilities, and, foreign trips, or, diplomatic immunity if you happen to work in an embassy and all. Number 10, that's you become a better person. I strongly believe that your career shapes your personality. Like, for example, I do strongly feel like I have become a better person by discussing and by interacting with various stakeholders, by understanding various issues. You become a better person. How? I strongly feel like I have become a more responsible citizen, more law abiding, more resilient, more empathetic, and maybe more humble. Okay, I still remember my army attachment in Rajouri sector in Jammu. When we were meeting as a probationer, we were made to interact with the Jawans. Okay, I still remember this. Jawans were repeatedly raising many issues, which at that time I thought, oh, why they are talking, why, how come it is relevant to us? But when I went as a district magistrate, when I went in the field, then I realized, these are all the real issues faced by the Jawans. What are those issues? Number one is like whenever I send my money to my wife through a money order, the person who is delivering it, he is, instead of giving 1000 rupees, he is giving only 900 rupees. Okay, that might be a very small problem for us, but that's a real issue. And the second issue is because I am here working in the borders, my wife is all alone and the neighbor is trying to encroach my land. So this service, this particular career has helped me in becoming a better person in the society. So friends, these are the 10 points which I strongly feel like make civil services really, really exciting. And I wish you all the best. So that's all from me in this video. Thank you, and till I see you next weekend. Bye bye.